Sounds to me like we need to get some new conspiracy theories because all the old ones turned out to be true.
Facts matter, Senator.
Yeah. I mean, conspiracy theorists are up something like 37-0. You're not saying that everybody at the FBI is bad, are you?
Never said that. I've overwhelmingly said multiple times that 98% of the FBI is courageous, apolitical warriors of justice. They just need better leadership, especially those who participated in these conspiracies that actually turned out to degrade them.
Who put away the Unabomber?
The FBI.
What you just watched right there is exactly why Senator John Kennedy is one of the most effective questioners in the United States Senate today. This wasn't shouting. This wasn't grandstanding. This was precision. Senator John Kennedy didn't come to protect reputations, he came to protect the truth. He laid out facts, timelines, names, and contradictions that many people in Washington would rather pretend never happened. What stood out to me most in this exchange is that Kennedy wasn't attacking the FBI as an institution. He was doing something far more responsible, separating the good agents from the bad leadership and bad actors, and demanding accountability without burning the house down. That's rare in Washington. This hearing matters because it goes to the heart of something Americans across the political spectrum care about: equal justice under the law. If you value transparency, facts over feelings, and real accountability in government, you're going to want to watch this all the way through. Before we dive in, make sure you like the video, subscribe to Congress Lens, and turn on notifications, because we break down what actually happens in Congress without the spin. I'm Audrey, and let's get into the full exchange.
Take a 30-minute recess at the conclusion of Senator Kennedy's questioning.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to say for the record that Chairman Grassley is the greatest chairman God ever put breath in. And would somebody please tell Grassley I said that? You've made a lot of people mad, haven't you, Mr. Patel?
Seems so, Senator.
You think maybe you've made the right people mad?
As my FBI agents, the BRIC agents, told me when I was running cases with them across this country and around the world, if you're not ticking off some people, you're not doing your job right.
My colleague and friend Senator Durbin called you a conspiracy theorist. You remember that?
I do, Senator.
You were instrumental in revealing that the Trump-Russia election collusion hoax was a hoax, weren't you?
Yes, sir. I was the lead investigator.
Sounds to me like we need to get some new conspiracy theories because all the old ones turned out to be true.
Facts matter, Senator.
Yeah. I mean, conspiracy theorists are up something like 37-0. You're not saying that everybody at the FBI is bad, are you?
Never said that. I've overwhelmingly said multiple times that 98% of the FBI is courageous, apolitical warriors of justice. They just need better leadership, especially those who participated in these conspiracies that actually turned out to degrade them.
Who put away the Unabomber?
The FBI.
Yep. Who put away Timothy McVeigh and his Stalin's stomach for blood?
BRIC agents at the FBI.
Who helped investigate Jussie Smollett, who, in an effort of self-aggrandizement, set back the fight for minority rights for years?
I think that was local authorities.
It was the FBI that opened an investigation, wasn't it?
Eventually, yes, Senator.
There have been or were some bad people at the FBI and the Justice Department, which work hand in glove, weren't there?
Unfortunately, yes, Senator.
Secretary Clinton's lawyer, a gentleman by the name of Michael Sussman, had a pass to come and go at the FBI building as he wished. Don't you think the American people have a right to know about the details of that?
Not just that, but what a political party was doing with the secure compartmented information facility with direct access to the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Mr. Hunter Biden cheated on his income taxes. Didn't pay $1.4 million in income taxes over 4 years. And he filed fraudulent returns. He tried to deduct his hookers as a business expense, for God's sakes. And they hit him with 2 misdemeanors before there was a public outcry. Don't you think the American people are entitled to know the details of that?
The American people are entitled to a singular form of justice and the details to every public corruption investigation.
You remember Peter Strzok?
I sure do.
One of the lead investigators for Mr. Mueller's Russian collusion hoax?
Yes, Senator.
Do you remember when the Inspector General, not his colleagues, turned him in? Inspector General found that Mr. Peter Strzok said, quote, sent an email to his girlfriend, quote, just went to a Southern Virginia Walmart. I could smell the Trump support, end quote. Remember that?
He did that while employed at the FBI while working on that investigation.
Do you remember when the IG revealed another email by Mr. Strzok to his girlfriend? Mr. Strzok said, quote, I am riled up. Trump is a fucking idiot, is unable to provide a coherent answer, end of quote. You remember that?
Peter Strzok said that.
You remember when his girlfriend texted Mr. Strzok, quote, Trump's not ever going to become president, right? Right? And Mr. Strzok replied, no, he won't. We'll stop it.
I do remember their insurance policy.
And then Mr. Strzok testified in front of God and country that never had his political beliefs impacted his work. You believe in the tooth fairy?
When I was a kid.
You believe Jimmy Hoffa died of natural causes?
He's also not in the end zone of Giant Stadium.
And then Mr. Strzok got fired, and next thing we know, the FBI and the Department of Justice, after he sued, gave him $1.2 million. Don't you think the American people are entitled to know the details of that?
Absolutely.
Now, I want you to think hard before you answer my next question. Do you believe in the adage that 2 wrongs don't make a right, but they do make it even?
Senator, I think if anyone commits a wrong in government service, the American public deserve to know the absolute secular detail of that corrupt activity.
When reforming the FBI and the Justice Department, 2 wrongs don't make a right, but they do make it even, is the wrong approach, isn't it?
That's correct.
And we're going to hold you accountable for that.
I hope you do.
Now, there's some good people at the FBI.
Lots.
And there have been and may still be some bad people there. And you've got to find out who the bad people are and get rid of them in accordance with due process and the rule of law. And then you've got to lift up the good people. Don't go over there and burn that place down. Go over there and make it better. Do you commit to us today that you will do that?
I commit to you, if confirmed, Senator, every single day, 24/7, 365, the FBI will be the premier law enforcement agency in the world.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
We'll now recess.
All right, now that we've watched the entire exchange, let's talk about why Senator John Kennedy absolutely nailed this questioning. First, Senator Kennedy set the tone immediately. He wasn't hostile, but he also wasn't timid. He established something critical right away. Being disliked by powerful people is not evidence of wrongdoing. It's often evidence of effectiveness. When Mr. Kash Patel acknowledged that his work made influential people angry, Kennedy didn't flinch. Instead, Kennedy reinforced a truth many in Washington avoid saying out loud. If you're not upsetting anyone while challenging corruption, you probably aren't doing your job. Next, let's address the conspiracy theorist label. Senator Kennedy dismantled that narrative cleanly. He pointed out that the so-called conspiracy theories surrounding the Trump-Russia collusion story didn't age poorly. They collapsed entirely. Facts caught up, evidence caught up, and the truth came out. That's not speculation. That's history. And I want to be very clear about something Kennedy did extremely well here. He defended the FBI's rank-and-file agents. Kennedy repeatedly emphasized that the overwhelming majority of FBI agents are courageous, professional, and apolitical. He cited real accomplishments, stopping domestic terrorism, capturing violent criminals, and protecting the country. But Kennedy also refused to ignore the reality that bad actors existed at the top, particularly within leadership and the Department of Justice. That balance matters. This wasn't an attack on law enforcement, it was a demand for clean leadership. Now let's talk about accountability, because this is where Kennedy really applied pressure. Senator Kennedy raised serious questions about political operatives having unusual access to the FBI, the handling of politically sensitive investigations, the appearance of two different standards of justice. When he brought up Hunter Biden's tax case, it wasn't about personal attacks. It was about fairness. When ordinary Americans make mistakes on their taxes, the consequences are severe. Kennedy's point was simple: the law must apply evenly, regardless of last name or political connections. Then came the Peter Strzok discussion, and this part is impossible to ignore. Kennedy walked through documented messages, not rumors. Texts expressing open political hostility. Statements about stopping a presidential candidate. And yet, despite all of this, the same individual later received a settlement from the government. Kennedy didn't tell viewers what to think, he laid out the facts and let the facts speak for themselves. That's how oversight is supposed to work. One of the strongest moments, in my opinion, was when Kennedy rejected the idea that two wrongs make a right. He made it clear, reform is not about revenge. It's about due process, transparency, and restoring trust. You remove bad actors lawfully, uplift the good ones, and strengthen the institution, you don't burn it down. And when Mr. Patel committed on the record to restoring the FBI's credibility, Kennedy held him to it. That's real oversight. This exchange showed Senator John Kennedy doing what Congress is meant to do: ask uncomfortable questions on behalf of the American people, not party leadership, not bureaucrats, and not special interests. Whether you're Republican, Democrat, or politically independent, this hearing should matter to you, because a justice system that isn't trusted by the public cannot function. That's why moments like this belong under the lens. This is Congress Lens. I'm Audrey. And if you want more unfiltered breakdowns of what actually happens in Washington, subscribe and stay with us.